And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're in the Mighty 1090 studios with the captains of the Shogun, Captain Paul Carramao and Renee Monteagudo. Going to be a great show, talking some long-range fishing and more on the Shogun. Stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
You've heard all about it. You know the angler's catching fish habit, so what's holding you back? It's a fact. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish-finding service with a spotter plane along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. You can get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com is for everyone, whether you have your own boat, fish on your friend's boat, or a sport boat. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. So bottom line is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, you're probably missing a lot of bites. Membership costs less than $50 of gas, and that's for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, use the special code to save $20 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Yamaha Outboards Say Yes to Reliability sales event is here. For a limited time, purchase an eligible new 2.5 to 115 horsepower four-stroke and get 5 years of warranty protection plus up to $500 in dealer credit. New 150 to 300 horsepower four-strokes get 6 years of warranty protection. Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today. Offer ends March 31st, 2019, subject to change at any time. Other restrictions and conditions apply. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. This promotion cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
One of the dream trips for most anglers is Alaska. There are so many lodges. How do you make a choice? It's easy. Choose the one most Let's Talk Hookup listeners return to time after time. Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, and the finest charter captains in Sitka, all for the ultimate value. One visit and you will understand why nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. Sitka is famous for some of the best runs of salmon in Alaska. And if giant Alaskan halibut is your target, the expert captains at Kingfisher Charters know the hot spots and can put you on a fish of a lifetime. Plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod are there too. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. It's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except tips. It is truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com. There are plenty of boat slips and marinas in San Diego, but there is only one Kona Kai. It's not just a place to park your boat, it's a way of life here in America's finest city. Come check out what's new at the Kona Kai. 170 luxury guest rooms, including 41 brand new suites, featuring contemporary island-inspired decor, deep-soaking tubs, and oversized balconies. The Kona Kai Resort Spa and Marina has multiple swimming pools and a private beach, waterfront restaurants, and an award-winning spa, most of which is included for marina tenants. Add the Kona Kai Club to your membership and you have access to the new Paloma Pool Bar, a new and exclusive pool area for adults only, which allows guests to enjoy poolside craft cocktails and California coastal cuisine while overlooking your boat. In addition to all this, Kona Kai is the closest marina to the open ocean. Check resortkonakai.com on the web for more information, to reserve a slip, or inquire about joining the club. The Kona Kai Resort, much more than just a place to park your boat.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Going to be a fun show today, man.
All right, the new owners
big deal.
and head guys, captains of the Shogun, great boat, Renee and Paul. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, guys.
Great to have you. First time in the Mighty 1090 studios. How about that, huh? New blood.
Pretty cool to say that too. The owners of the boat, like that's your deal. You guys took on the big hit, and it's all you now.
Scary.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
You guys are going to do awesome. Of course, I've fished with Renee aboard the Shogun and fished with Paul aboard the Royal Star, and now you've moved over to be partners with Renee. What's that feel like, Paul?
It's kind of weird. This is the first week of doing boat work on the boat.
Yeah.
Don't know where anything is, just trying to get used to the boat and everything. But, Renee's been showing me everything, and it's nothing I can't figure out within a couple months, so
Absolutely.
Pretty fired up about the whole deal.
This is like one of the things at the landing that's happened that's like made me feel old, where I'm like, damn it, man, like I knew Paul when he worked on the New Loan and first trip on the Royal Star, and Renee on the San Diego, and like these are my buds from like forever going, what do you mean you own a long range boat? Like, how could I have been around this long? Like, what's going on? It's pretty cool to see, man. You guys are going to do an awesome job with this boat.
Yeah, what's it feel like, Renee?
Oh man, it's going to be fun. It's definitely a surprise, but I mean, the last couple of years just running the boat, I'm just happy to have Paul come over and help out. It's going to be interesting but fun. I think he's got my back.
There's no doubt, there's no doubt that there's certainly no lack of fishing enthusiasm on this boat. Like the crew is, the crew and ownership team are young, fish hungry, crazy good fishermen. Like that's the bones of the best, of the best operations, and it's fun to watch. It's for sure. It's very reminiscent of the Tim and Randy's taking over the boat, and the Brian's and Sam's taking over the boat, and you can tell that that's the team that's going to be there. It's pretty cool.
No
very
doubt.
fun to watch.
And what's so cool too is that other generation. Tim Ekstrom told me how thrilled he was for you to move over, and of course Frank Lopresti makes it all possible and how thrilled he is for both of you to move up into the ranks of being owners and captains. That's a pretty incredible opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just an incredible opportunity for everybody in general, not just both of us. I think many people are going to benefit from this deal. Obviously, it promotes friendly competition and ups everybody's game, as well as is doing well for the landings, the fish processors. Everybody's, just a little friendly competition.
I like that attitude.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah. You guys are going to kill it. I know. It's just and I got to tell you, I've fished many days from 3-day to 12 days on the Shogun. That is a fishy boat and such a stable ride, really comfortable. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a real big platform.
And wide. Man, that thing's beamy. It always trips you out when you walk across that thing. Like, it is a big, wide, comfortable boat, man. I love it.
Oh yeah. The holes are the wells are pretty big in that. You hold a pretty good amount of bait. And the staterooms are pretty nice in there.
Nice, really nice. Yeah. And being a steel boat, man, that thing rides like a tank, right?
Oh yeah.
Cadillac ride. It's a heavy, big, wide platform, and limited load too. That's what's so cool about it, right? How many people do you guys normally carry?
Like 24, 26. We can hold up to 31.
Yeah.
When we do the shorter trips, but on those 6-day trips, 8-day trips to Guadalupe, we hold about 24, 26 passengers, and it's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, very comfortable.
The Shogun was definitely one of the first boats to really adopt the niche of Guadalupe fishing. Like when the permits came back around, however long ago that was now, 4 or 5 years, the Shogun was one of the first boats to really adopt the niche of just spending a lot of the summer and fall and now even early winter fishing that Guadalupe, and it's almost become a thing synonymous with that boat. You guys do so well down fishing Guadalupe Island, and a lot of the trips seem like that becomes a destination, or lengths get catered kind of around that fishing. It's been a really good fishery, but that's almost one of the things you always talk about. That's if you're wanting to go on a Guadalupe trip, that's the boat with a secured permit that's going to be there and doing a really good job, and has been since the island's been back open.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to fish there with Aaron, and ever since I started going there, just got to know that island pretty well. It's like our home island, like the San Diego has the Coronados.
Yeah.
We have Guadalupe.
Guadalupe,
basically.
yeah. No, and that's going to be an amazing. So, and I'm by the way, I'm coming back on that 6th day. I missed it this year in October, and oh man, I can't wait to get back. I'm definitely coming back this year on our Let's Talk Hookup trip in October for sure. So you'll start your schedule here real soon on some let's see, it's a 3-day and a 2-day, right?
Right.
Freezer specials they call them.
Yeah, February 15th.
Yeah,
looks like that one's sold out.
Yeah, and then a 2-day, which is awesome trip, Friday to Sunday, right? A weekend deal.
Yeah, it's a
the following weekend. Has 5 spots left on it.
2 days so cool down there too. Wherever you end up, whether it's Colonette or just somewhere down the beach. But and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys would know a lot better than I, but it seems like a lot of times when you're catching yellowtail down there, getting your crack at that yellowtail first thing in the morning can be a big deal, and 2-day gives you the option of, obviously your trip leaves earlier in the evening, and obviously you have the second day down there, like you get a couple of good shots at being there, right off the bat.
Well, what it really does is, the long-range boats, when we do shorter trips, we depart significantly earlier than the local fleet. Just that's the way we do it. I don't know why, but that's how it is, and that's how it's going to be. So we can be at spots like Colonette by daylight. So that gives you all day to do that. And then the 2-day rather than the day and a half really gives you that second kind of half a day to look for bluefin or look for something offshore on the way home. Whereas, if you had the day and a half, you would just go down and try your yellowtail thing and maybe try some rock cod and then go home. But the 2-day just gives you eyes,
right? More
than anything, gives you different country to look at.
And that bluefin thing is certainly a possibility, right?
I would say, yeah. I mean, the last round of 5-day trips, they caught or saw some sign of bluefin down in the 29-30 block.
Yeah.
So.
And
who knows?
With there being fish on the, wintertime fish on the beach, and last year our season was going, in March from trips like that. Guys going down to Colonette and catching fish around there. I mean, who knows what this went? I mean, with there already being fish around now, whether you call it they're around now or they never left or whatever you want to call it, who cares? There's fish to be had.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So I see it there. Okay, so there's a 2-day freezer special that has 5 spots left on the Shogun in February, and then there's like a hole in March. What happens in March? I know Fred Hall shows, but
we're going to be doing maintenance.
That's the time you guys haul out.
We haul out.
That's right.
So I think after those trips in February, we're just going to haul out for a week or so. We got a little bit of work to do in the lazarette, and get inspections and just finish up. We're going to be revamping the galley. And even, I think, downstairs we're going to be doing a few things in a couple staterooms. But, yeah, we're just going to be doing maintenance.
Maintenance, yeah. And what's cool about these two guys, both of them, are mechanics. You guys do a lot of the refrigeration. You do the maintenance on the engines. You're both, like, top-of-the-line mechanics because that's kind of what you've been doing on the boats for a long time, right, guys?
Yeah, I'm just having it be on, if you're on any boat for almost 10 years, you pretty much, I feel, have a moral obligation to be able to take care of it and fix it, so that just carries on to anywhere you go.
Yeah. And you've been on the Shogun for how long, Renee?
I think it's 4 years now.
So you know pretty much every square inch of that boat by this point, right?
Pretty much.
and Paul, you're learning it.
I'm learning.
Quickly.
Very quickly. It shouldn't take much time at all.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's going to be a great opportunity and a great... what are you guys looking forward to most as far as being owners and captains of the Shogun? Paul, what sights do you have set for the boat?
I just see big things in the future. I mean, we want to be the top guys. We want to be the guys that everybody wants to go fish with. I mean, I know the boat's already doing very well as it is right now, but we're the young, hungry guys. We're out here to make a name for ourselves, and we're out here to put on the show, put the best operation we can out on the market.
No doubt. Renee, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm ready to just slay the fish, get different people to come out and hang out with us, be excited to come fishing with us. same thing, you know, just want to get up there with the guys, be the top slayers.
Totally.
And you have a lot of competition in the fleet. There's no doubt about it. There's some good guys. Captain Jim Hughes and the Cortez, that's when, you know, even he, you know, the guy, the Bulldog, I mean, that guy, Rambo, has been around for how long? I mean, what did he say, like 50 years or something like that?
Yeah.
And he still says what makes him hungry is competition.
Yeah, totally.
Right, competition. That's what I want, right?
The boat runs year-round. You know, you guys do a year-round schedule. What part of the schedule is your favorite? You know, I mean, do you like this wintertime fishing for the short trips in the winter? Do you like the spring? Do you like the summer at Guadalupe? Do you like that epic long trip that Renee just came back from with 300-pounders? I mean, what is it like? What is it throughout the year? I know you're fishermen, and I know that you like everything, but is there one part of it that gets you more fired up than anything else?
Oh, man, that's a tough call.
I know it is.
I've always been a big fan of those late summer, early fall 7-day trips to Guadalupe. I mean, that's just, it's a bitchin' trip. You just have a lot of fun. Like, you can't really go wrong, like catching 60 to 150-pound tuna, a day of travel. The long trips are great. It's just that the travel really wears on a lot of people, and nothing tickles us harder than pulling 300-pound fish over the rail. Trust me, that's the greatest feeling in the world. But I would say if I had a favorite time of year, it would probably be that early fall.
Often get killer weather down there. The fishing's awesome. Yeah, I'm with you on that. And all the other stuff that you catch. I mean, clearly catching giant tuna, but like the byproduct is a 40-pound yellowtail or whatever else. I mean, that's a pretty cool spot to fish. And the backdrop of fishing Guadalupe is rad.
It's pretty awesome.
Seeing a big shark swim by and seeing the island and weather come off the top of the island, that's just a cool place in general to get to go fishing.
It's a nice scenery.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What
yellowtail
what do you
fishing
like
there.
doing?
I like the fall fishing too.
Fall fishing,
I really like Guadalupe. That's probably like my favorite place to fish.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, just even like seeing some random big giant yellowtails come out of there. You know, like anywhere 40 to 80-pound fish. You know,
that's just crazy.
It's nice yellows.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't get them every time, but you do see them occasionally.
It can happen, no doubt.
Definitely.
So, Renee, this last trip you just came off, fly down, fly back trip on the Shogun. I mean, it was a light load. Everybody was going, well, you know, hasn't been a lot going on down there. You made it happen, didn't you?
Dude, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had no idea what we were going to go find down there, and luckily we ran into them. You know, the first day we woke up on the anchor, and there was a little bit of current. You know, there's some hammerheads around, and we did catch a couple of those 60-pounders right away, and I was like, oh, all right, cool. We're going to catch them on the anchor. And, you know, after an hour or so when the sun came up, there was just like no life around. You saw the porpoise and blackie swimming through you, and that was it. And so we started looking around, and we connected. We did pretty good that day. I think we had 34 or 37 that day. And
wow.
No cows or no big ones, but, you know, it was plenty of action all day long.
The first day of the trip, this is you picked the passengers up in Cabo, and the next morning you were on the fish.
The following morning we were
How
fishing.
about that, huh?
And this was for, you know, you had 34 fish for like 10 guys on the boat.
Yeah, there was like 9 or 10 guys, and, you know, the quality of fish, it was good quality, 60 to 170-pound fish.
Wow.
And, yeah, I mean, we had a lot of time to fish. One day we had to go looking at a different bank just because the water kind of greened up. But other than that, you know, we pretty much were hitting the same spots.
And these are the banks off of Cabo, Mag Bay?
Yeah, the lower banks.
Yeah, the lower ones. So tell us about the big fish. You got how many over 300?
We got 3 over 3.
3 over 300. And how many over 2?
Look how nonchalant.
Yeah, he's like, we got 3 over 3.
I don't know. 3, I think, something like that. A bunch over 2 as well. I don't remember.
Well, let's put it this way. Has anybody caught 3 over 3 this year yet?
You know, I don't know.
I
think
so.
that, you know, the Red Rooster had a pretty good trip, too.
Yeah.
I think they might have gotten 3 over 3.
Oh, did they? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so so what caused that? Where did you find those, and what was that day like? How far into the trip?
That was in the middle of the trip. I mean, we did catch a few cows in between. I think one day we had 3 cows. We did various things, anywhere from drifting to dropping the anchor and just, random spots, really. The fish were located just in the deep end. They were like 120 feet or 120 fathoms. So that's, one day we were just sitting there for a couple of hours, and we'd see the fish all around you, breezing, puddling, and then you'd get a couple of bites here and there, and that day specifically, I think we got those 2 that were over 3. That was good.
So kite fish, bait fish, what were they?
All the 300-pounders were just conventional. We did get
sardine,
mackerel and sardine. I think we got one on the sardine, but the other ones were on the mackerel.
How cool.
Wow.
To just be able to pin a bait, grab a bait out of the bait tank, put a hook on it, and fire it out there and catch a 300-pounder.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. Lots to talk about. Some good fishing going on.
You're not kidding. And talk about 2 guys covering the entire spectrum from local fishing to offshore fishing to Guadalupe and in between. It's going to be a really good show. A lot of fun talking to the new owners of the Shogun this morning. If you want to join us, be a part of Let's Talk Hookup, we want to hear from you. There's 2 ways you can reach us here this morning. First is with our local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. Or try us on that toll-free line. That one's 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. Not only are you going to get to talk to the boys, you're also going to get your shot at winning a great prize today, as one lucky caller is going to win a full-day trip going fishing on board the Liberty at a Fisherman's Landing. You're going to get in on some of that great fishing that's going to be coming up this year. A full-day trip is coming to one lucky caller at the end of the show today. When we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great info coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
When it comes to Southern California sport fishing, 2 names stand out: Fisherman's Landing Tackle and Shimano. Hi, this is Doug Kern. We have the most complete selection of Shimano saltwater rods and reels, like Talica, Trinidad, and Tranks reels, plus Terramar and Therese rods. Our professional saltwater experts at Fisherman's Landing Tackle have the know-how to help you choose the right Shimano rod and reel for your next trip. When it comes to Shimano gear, you owe it to yourself to visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego, or on the web at saltwatertackle.com.
Hey, this is Jeff from Cedros Kayak Fishing. 2018 was a fantastic season on Cedros, and we are so jazzed for 2019. We are the only tour group serving Cedros that is now flying all of our trips conveniently from Southern California. Yep, you heard me right. SoCal. No more rod fees, no more overweight charges, no more parking fees, no more border waits. Just a nice private charter flight down to the island where we will have you fishing that day. That's right. We arrive at Cedros by 10 a.m., so be prepared to fish hard that first day. Yep, all included here at Cedros Kayak Fishing. Don't want to fish from a kayak? No problem, as we have also added a brand new custom 28-foot Super Ponga to our lineup to accommodate our growing demand to provide Ponga trips. We are the small group specialists. If you are looking for a more custom-style trip with a personal feel, Cedros Kayak Fishing is your spot. Visit our website at www.cedroskayakfishing.com or just give me a call at 760-412-2507 to secure your spot.
When you put on a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, the world begins to look different. Colors are more vivid. Contrast is clearer. Details are crisper. Wherever your vision leads you, beauty follows. With polarized lenses that eliminate glare and enhance color, Maui Jim sunglasses won't change the world. They'll change the way you see it. Color, clarity, detail. Maui Jim.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
You know, the ranch is unique. It's one of the few places in the world where you can still drive ATVs up the beach. We have fishing from the beach. We have dive trips that we run to Pomo in a number of different spots. Kayaking, of course, has been real big. We were one of the first hotels to introduce kayaking. The ranch is small, you know, it's intimate. It's 34 rooms, so everyone gets to know everyone. The old saying, where everyone knows your name. Well, truly at Rancho Leonero, the employees do know pretty darn near all our guests' names. And what's even more interesting is most of the guests know each other's names. Very personal, very intimate, and a special, special environment. 2 miles of beachfront, a mile on either side of the hotel. Rancho Leonero is really the last of the old-style Baja fishing resorts. 1-800-646-2252. 1-800-646-BAJA. and RanchoLeonero.com. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego's sports leader. The home of ESPN Radio. The mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
All right, talking about all kinds of different stuff that Shogun's doing here, and one of the things you're doing is a skiff trip with our partner here and co-host Corey Sandin from MC Swimbaits, right, guys?
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's a June trip, I believe, and actually still has spots open in it, and it's a 6-day skiff trip. So, what do? You fish the Baja Coast and just target calico bass and yellowtail on that?
Yeah, we try to put anybody on their the biggest calico bass, their personal best. There, we go anywhere from down Geronimo, Sac Reef, and you fish Rosalia all the way back up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've done that trip with you guys a couple times, and if you're a calico bass guy, it's the coolest trip in the world. And the thing that's so unique about it is that, there are other very cool destinations you can fly to and go fish calico bass, Cedros and things like that. But you're there, you're at Cedros, and the cool thing about that skiff trip is you go wherever the condition and good fishing is. If you're not locked in. Yeah, exactly. Place. If you go down to Geronimo and it's absolutely epic, yeah, you'll spend 2 or 3 days there. Or if it's just averagely good, well, then you can go over to Sac Reef, or you can go to San Martin, or you can go fish the coast, and that trip can just travel to wherever the best fishing is. And if you find where it's just off the Richter scale, you hang out, and if it's not, you keep going until it is. And the opportunity for a giant fish, that's it. I mean, a giant bass can come from anywhere at any time, but there's not a trip anywhere where you could put your money down and know that your odds of catching a really nice one are there like that trip.
Yeah, and you get to go hang out with Corey Sandin.
Yeah, even better.
And Renee and Paul, too, on a beautiful platform. I can't believe there's still spots available on it, but that's Saturday, June 15th to Friday, June 21st, absolute prime time. Come back on the first day of summer. And how many skiffs do you guys carry?
We take 3.
3 skiffs, yeah. And you do is it 2 or 3 person rotations?
I think it's a 3-person rotation, and we give them about 2.5, 3 hours
nice.
Around, and we try to get everybody through a couple of times.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
that sounds so fun.
The other thing that's so cool is in addition to having the skiff part of it, like when the skiff rotation goes out, then the Shogun goes and fishes yellowtail or anchors up on a kelp line and fishes back, and you're fishing that boat with 14 guys or 15 guys. When the skiff's away, you're still on a long range trip down the Baja Coast doing cool stuff with nobody on board. You take 14 guys that are left over, and a couple of them are eating lunch, and you're on the back of this giant boat. Everybody lined up across the back of the boat, stretching their arms out. You can't hardly touch each other. It's a really, really fun trip.
Sounds like paradise to me. So if you want to jump on that, you can book that trip again. ShogunSportFishing.com, or call the office and get on that. It's like I say, there's spots available, so get on it because it will sell out. That's the only trip of that kind that you guys do, right?
Yeah, that's the only one.
Yeah. So
under my impression, I believe that we're the only boat that still offers that trip. Yeah. I know that there was a couple boats in the past that used to do it, but I don't think anybody does it anymore.
Nobody does it anymore because it's not an easy trip to pull off.
It's not easy on you guys.
No, it's tough, but
yeah, it's tough.
But it's fun.
Nobody's scared to work hard around here. So.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, let's go get to work here. The phones are packed up. One line open. You want to get through 858-457-1090 is open right now. You want to get through? There's your shot.
All right, let's jump into them. Start it off with Glenn, who's calling us from Fallbrook this morning. Morning, Glenn. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, morning, guys. Just want to congratulate Renee and Pablo there for the new owners. I started my long-range fishing on one of those day-and-a-half Colonet 3-day trips and progressed to those longer 15-day trips. But stoked for you guys, and I think you guys are going to be the next up-and-coming skippers out here that we'll be talking about, 10 years from now.
No doubt.
That's awesome, Glenn.
Thanks, Glenn. Hey. Appreciate it. Sorry I'm going to miss you on the 15-day this year, but there'll be more times in the future to come, so thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can kind of remember the first time that Paul came on the Star there, and we were going, wow, we got a live one here, and it's progressed, 9, 10 years later to what it is. But, hey, speaking of that 15-day trip on the Royal Star coming up here February 10th, it's a 16:10 fly down, fly back. And like always, Pete, somebody cancels, and we had a few cancellations. So there's some openings, great opportunity to jump on that fly down, fly back trip.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity, a 10-day fly down, fly back. Again, they don't do too many of those, and jump on that. That's normally totally sold out, right, Glenn?
Yeah, it's always sold out in advance, but we had some openings. And then on a sad note here, just want to give condolence to the family here. We lost a great one in the off-road community. Pistol Pete Soren was in a tragic accident down there in San Felipe, free running for the 250, so we're thinking about him today. But you guys have a great day, and congratulations, Renee and Paul. I know you guys are going to kick butt.
All right. Cool. Thanks a lot for the call, Glenn. Appreciate you getting us started here.
All right. How about next up we talk to Colin. He's calling us from Fullerton this morning. What's up, Colin? Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Colin.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Morning.
Hey, just first wanted to say congratulations to the new ownership team. Super excited.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, just wanted to ask about this. I'm booked up on the Colonet trip that's coming up. And I was wondering if you guys could touch on terminal tackle, make sure I'm prepared. And then if you could talk about the possibility for bluefin. Am I crazy to bring like a 130-pound flat fall rig?
I would say you're not crazy at all. There's been opportunity in the last couple of years in the winter. I know that there was a boat at Colonet pretty recently. They had some decent signing yellowtail fish, and they had 38 yellowtail, good grade yellowtail or something. So
nice.
I think I would primarily focus on yellowtail, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to bring at least one 80 or 100-pound test setup, just so you're not out of the game in case something happens.
What would be the quiver of gear that you guys would take? Like, what are like the 2 rods or 3 rods or 4? What does it take to kind of have yourself covered for everything that you would expect on like your Baja Special 2-day coming up?
I would bring anything from 40 to, or I'd say 80 or 100 to 40-pound test. If we do see any bluefin, depending on the size, you could, like those 30 or 40-pound fish, you could fish 40-pound or 30-pound fly lining on those. And when we're yo-yo fishing for the yellowtail, you could use your 50-pound and 50-pound setups for rock caughting. Mm-hmm. With 12 or actually 16 or 24-ounce sinkers.
Don't leave just 30, 20-pound. You don't even need that.
No, we typically. That's kind of too light.
Yeah.
But you never know what size fish we're going to run across.
Sure.
For your cod rig down there, is it like straight Spectra a must, or could you fish it on the same rig that you would yo-yo jig for yellowtail with? Like, what's the ideal rod for catching reds and that kind of stuff when you're down there?
No, you could fish it with your yo-yo rod. You just have a little shot of a mono on top of Spectra. That's perfect. Just have a little bit of stretch.
Sure.
Down there.
And the yellowtail that gets caught down there, is it primarily on bait or yo-yo jigs or dropper loop or all the above? Is it fly line? How does most of the yellowtail come on those trips?
A lot of the times it's yo-yo fishing.
Okay.
You do get the occasional trips down there where it's grease calm. You throw a bunch of bait and those things get frisky. They get up high and you can fly line a bait or even throw surface iron at them.
Oh.
And that's fun fishing in the winter.
So fun. I can't believe there's still spots available. Just talking about that trip makes me want to go. Yeah, but it's on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so we're here.
Yeah. Well, Corey's going to have to do that.
Yeah. Well, that's just before Fred Hall, too, so we're going to be a little bit busy.
Oh, no doubt.
But somebody's going to be lucky enough to go fishing with Paul and Renee, for sure, no doubt about it. You better jump on it while there's spots available. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
All right, how about we jump back into him, talk to Menard, calling us from Temecula this morning. Good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Morning, Menard.
Good morning, fellas. Just want to congratulate both Renee and Paul for being the new skippers. And had I known earlier that you were going to be taking over the boat, I would have tried to schedule my trips to go on the Shogun with you. And Paul, I've been fishing with you for over 6 years, and I've always had a good time. And I'm going to try to talk to the boss and see if I can get a third trip in this year.
There
But
you
my
go.
question is,
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it, Maynard. We're hoping to be here forever, so.
Yeah. Two questions. What is the boarding policy? Like some boats that you get your number once you get 50% down, or is it first show up, first board?
To be honest with you, Maynard, I don't know that answer to your question just yet. I'm just starting on the boat, but we can look into that. If you call the office, we can figure it out for you.
Generally speaking,
Okay,
a lot of the boats, what they do is they base it on the number, right? Like when you're first signed up, first board type of thing, right?
Typically.
Is that what you guys do at Shogun generally?
I think that, what he's asking, like setting up on the dock carts.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I think when you put your deposit down, you do have first priority as soon as you pay it off. I think to load first. I know on these rice bowl charters, that's what we typically do. Whoever pays first gets first whack at the tackle rack, and we load in that order. So, if that answers your question.
Yeah, so I think that how it's been for Shogun in the past is 50%. Once 50% of the deposit is received, then Maynard becomes number 4, or number 5, or number 1, or however it works, and that's the order that the dock cart goes down on, which is nice. So, you don't have to worry about showing up at 2 a.m. to beat Bill Moore to put your tackle, to put your tackle box down there in the morning. You get the time to slide on in. But like you say, that's the beauty of being the owners. You guys get to do it however it's right.
Yeah, and it encourages people to sign up early too. So it certainly makes sense, and it's a good idea. Hey, Maynard, thanks a lot for the call this morning. Appreciate that very, very much. I want to announce this week's CCA calendar winner, this month's CCA calendar winner, and you're going to win a bulk spool of 20-pound monofilament, which is great. So that number, the winning number on the back of your CCA calendar is 1183. 1183. And you can check the CCA.org, CCACalifornia.org for more information on that. But that's you, 1183, this month's calendar winner. And also want to remind you to be sure to check out this week's edition of Western Outdoor News, always loaded with great information. Get it at your local tackle store, or better yet, subscribe to Western Outdoor News.
All right, with that, it's time to find out what's biting in the Baja. It's time for our Catch Report with the cast man, Richard Castaneda from Cast Tours. Today, Catch Report is sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Not only do they offer the best processing for your fish when your trip returns to the San Diego landing, now with Fish Pros The Market, you can purchase fresh fish, smoked and jerky fish, their spices, rubs, and their smoked cheese. And don't forget their famous tuna burgers. It's all at their convenient Liberty Station location, or order online at fishermansprocessing.com. And let's talk to the cast man. We got Richard Castaneda standing by. What's up, Cass?
Hey, buenos dias, Ricky, Pedro.
Cast man.
Hey, man. Listen, my ears perked up a little bit ago. One of the boys there on the show mentioned bitchin' fishing, man. I haven't heard the word bitchin' in so many years. It brings back so many memories, back in the 50s and the 60s. It was an incredible word. We use it all the time.
Cast man, bitchin' is coming back.
Yeah.
You go on a bitchin' trip on the Shogun.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to start using it again.
Yeah, absolutely. You're back in vogue now.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing
circle.
how what goes around comes around? It's just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, hey, the hot spots right now. Cabo San Lucas for the striped marlin. God, they're really nailing them down there. Most of the boats are averaging 1 to 2 per boat releases per day. And look for that to get better as more and more marlin are coming back into the area and start to make their move around up into the Sea of Cortez. But some really good fishing there. The finger crank still bringing in, they're getting 10, 12, 14, 15 releases per day at the finger. In between, they're finding the porpoise out about 15, 30 miles, and they're getting the football-sized tuna up to about 30 pounds. So there's some good tuna fishing going on. But the wahoo bite still going on at Punta Gordo. I'm telling you, a nice quality wahoo up to 50 pounds. Kind of unusual for this time of the year to have a good concentration of wahoo in that area. Also, all around that southern part of Baja there, Cabo, San Jose del Cabo, Dorado, Not a lot of real big ones, but the big ones they're getting are 15, 30 pounds, but they're getting a lot of that 10 to 15 pound grade, really good grade Dorado. Ixtapas y Monteagudo, one of our other spots, good winter spot. Blue water's right at the entrance to the harbor, so they're fishing once they get outside the harbor. They're trolling sailfish, 1 to 2 sailfish releases per boat per day. A few blue marlin mixed in. Tuna out about 20, 30 miles. Not a lot of big fish, but it's they're getting some football-sized fish there. And this past week, really good jack fishing right along the beaches there and around some of the rock formations there close to Zihuatanejo. So, guys want to fish some top waters and light tackle. Those jacks provide a lot of great action. But anyway, that's the report for this week, Pete. Just a quick reminder, still got, 5 rooms left on our Loretto Rumble, May 19 to 23. Anybody who wants to join Pete and I on that trip. Also, I still got 1 boat left for our Pesca Panama for either 2 or 3 anglers. And hopefully we can fill that spot. But anyway, anybody wants to go on any of our other destinations that we sell in Southern Baja, mainland Mexico, Central America, and South America, my trip to Colombia is just about sold out. I'm taking 10. I got 10 spots, and I've already sold 8, so I got room for 2. They want to go fish peacock bass next January. It'll be a fabulous trip.
That sounds like a bitchin' trip, Cass.
Oh, we've been talking about it here. I can't believe. I'm not surprised that thing's almost full, Cass, because both Ricky and I and Steve were all going, let's go.
Yeah, I want to do that so bad. That's cool, Cass, man.
Well, I tell you what, it looks like I may sell this trip out this weekend, and if I do, I'm going to see if I can grab another date for the lodge, and we'll see if we can put that one together.
All right, sounds like a plan, Cass, man. All right, hey, in the meantime, how do we get a hold of you?
Give us a call, 800-593-6510, or on the web at www.casstours.com, and I'll talk to you boys next Saturday.
See you, Cass. Appreciate that very much. Look forward to talking to you next week. All right, and that report was sponsored by Terrafin. Sea surface temperature charts focus your offshore fishing in the most productive areas by using Terrafin. And now with Terrafin Mobile, you can take it with you on your iPad, your iPhone, or your Android device. Just download the latest charts before you leave, and all the information is right there for you. Check Terrafin.com for more info.
Phones are packed. Only one line just popped open at 877-792-1090. Let's jump into it, Rick.
You got it, man. How about we jump back in and talk to Rich, who's calling us from Bradley this morning. Hi, Rich. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Wow, I can't believe I got through. What a great opportunity to talk to these new captains. My question for them is, when the extra large fish pop up and they're kind of a surprise, do you have super gear on the boat for the passengers when you get into the super cows?
We do. We have plenty of rental rods, or we can take care of you as soon as we do see something like that happen if you're unequipped. We have, brand new pen reels, anywhere from 16s to 50 wides, and we have we just got a nice set of rental rods, custom wrapped by Seeker, and they're obviously Seeker rods. We're a Seeker boat.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it's
fantastic.
It's bitching.
Wow, you guys bitching. That's the word of the day here.
But one nice thing about that for a guy like Rich, are you talking about that big fish gear? It's kind of starting to fade because the last couple of years, that's darn near all we've been doing is buying big fish tackle for all these big bluefins. But big fish gear was always the hardest thing to buy because you spend the most money on that rod and reel, and it oftentimes is the rig that you use the least often. So it's hard to make that leap. And that can be a thing that keeps a guy from going on one of those trips. Like, I can't afford buying a $1,000 outfit. So it's just nice to know that that's available through the boat if a guy needs to. I mean, not having enough gear certainly shouldn't be what keeps somebody from going on a longer trip or on a Guadalupe-style trip. If you don't really want to go, but I don't have the 2 speeds necessary to do it, they can come and get set up right via the boat.
Of course. There's rods and reels of all sizes on the boat. Pen reels and Seeker rods. We have Fathoms, Internationals, all the new stuff.
Nice. And awesome. You guys keep it up, and so if you need something, it's right there.
Yeah.
No worries.
Oh, yeah.
That's taken care of.
They're all taken care of.
All right. Right aboard the boat. You don't even have to ask for it before you go, right?
Yeah.
Probably
on there. You could ask.
Yeah,
it was good idea to set it up,
in.
right?
Yeah, you're always best to give a heads up, I'd say, though.
Yeah, I would say that if you know going into the trip that you need to use some boat tackle, please let Jen in the office know, because that would keep us prepared. But obviously we do have that tackle in case something pops up that's unexpected and you are not prepared for that. We have that on the boat. But if you know ahead of time coming into it you don't have it and you're going to need it, it would be nice to get a heads up on that.
Much better. All right. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot of Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more information. We got catch reports. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Turner's Outdoorsman, Southern California's #1 shooting, hunting, and fishing tackle retailer since 1971, is right in your neighborhood. Now 19 stores and more to come throughout Southern California. No one does it better. Turner's Outdoorsman brings you the best prices and selection, plus a knowledgeable staff that will help make your day on the water or in the field more fun. Stop by your neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman. To find a location nearest you, check the web at turners.com and sign up for special deals and more. Alaska's Katmai Lodge is a world-class wilderness fishing paradise on the banks of the famed Alagnak River. You'll fish for all 5 species of Pacific salmon, king, sockeye, chum, coho, and on even years, pinks, plus trophy-sized rainbow trout, Arctic grayling, and Dolly Varden, both in the Alagnak and the nearby waters. Katmai Lodge's U.S. Coast Guard and CPR certified guides are fishing fanatics and know how to help you reel them in. They are exceptional teachers and ensure you have days that are fish-filled and fun with freshly prepared snacks and barbecued lunches on the river. Back at the lodge, there are fireside appetizers and refreshments each afternoon, as well as fresh, delicious meals prepared by their exceptional chef. Elevate your visit with a quick fly-out trip to Brooks Falls in Katmai National Park for world-renowned bear watching. For the best fishing adventure ever, visit katmai.com. That's KATMAI.com.
We all need to get around, but we all need something different from our vehicles. Your San Diego County Ford dealers have you covered if you're looking for a new truck this month. Plus, it's SUV season, so they have great deals for everyone. Whether it's a new EcoSport that is nimble and fun around town, or the Ford Explorer that is capable of putting a boat in the water and has seating for 7, Ford has you covered. Ford trucks and SUVs aren't just powerful and legendary. They have the latest technology that helps you seamlessly connect your smartphone and ensure you're safe on the road. Features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on trucks are truly a game changer at the ramp, helping you back up a trailer by simply turning a knob on the dash and doing the hard work for you. So check out all the great deals during SUV season and save some money on the right gear for you. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
This is Captain Mark Rayer for Gen Ren Sport Fishing. Located on the Sea of Cortez, we will show you a fishing experience that will exceed your expectations. Gen Ren boats are outfitted with all accurate reels from the smallest Valiant 300 to the beefy ATDs. Simrad electronics, Fraser gyro binoculars, and crews with a passion to fish is just part of what makes us #1. Also, Cabo Yachts Vaquera has a Seakeeper for your comfort. For 2 live webcams, an up-to-date fish report, accommodation packages, check out TeamGenRen.com. We pick up at Rancho Leonero and all East Cape locations. So let's go fishing.
In 1971, Seagar invented fluorocarbon fishing line. This game changer brought fish catching advantages to anglers everywhere, with less visibility underwater, better knot and tensile strength, and superior abrasion resistance. Today, Seagar is the #1 brand of fluorocarbon because of its proven performance. So no matter the fishing conditions, you can count on the Seagar family of fluorocarbon leader material. Fluoro Premier, the original blue label and the stealthy pink label to help you catch more fish.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Hey, big event coming up 1 week from tomorrow. Can you believe it?
I know.
It's the 7th annual Dana Landing Bay Bass Seminar on sale. It's going to be great. Hosted by Dana Landing and Fastlane Kayak. Starts with a live broadcast of Let's Talk Hookup, 7 to 9 a.m. a week from tomorrow. And then a great panel hosted by me, 10 to 11 a.m. with Corey Sand and Afro Butin, Ben Florentino, Matt Moyer, talking Bay Bass fishing, because then the following week is the Bay Bass tournament. But they have, I was talking to Steve yesterday, they have like 25 vendors that are going to be there.
That's going to be so killer.
Everything from MC Swimbaits to Pure Fishing to Traeger and H&H Marine, Freedom Boat Club, they're all going to be there. If you join CCA there, and Wayne will be there, Wayne and Chris will be there, CCA, you get a $40 gift card if you join or renew your membership to CCA that day. They have a knot-breaking contest, free lunch from Traeger. So a lot going on. It's 1 week from tomorrow, Sunday, January 27th from 7 to 1 p.m. at Dana Landing. You do not want to miss that event. It is a great event.
We didn't even talk about the sale part of it, too.
Oh,
that's the thing.
that's
they do such a killer sale inside Dana Landing. Everything Bay Bass related is on sale. Swim baits and lead heads and line and rods and reels and the whole night. Yeah, it's a really, really good event.
I mean, not just a little discount. This
is
a lot of discount on stuff that doesn't go on sale.
This is like the big one of the year for sure. And like I say, 25 different vendors. It's an event not to miss, and it's certainly an event that's well worth the travel down from L.A. and Orange County for. It's going to be a really big one.
Let's put it this way. The discounts are so big they can't talk about
Exactly.
them. They're big. We can just tell you
That's how you always know it's a really good one when they're not allowed to say what they're giving away.
They're not allowed to say it's like they're % off or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. So it's a big sale.
Yeah.
Just trust us on
It's going to
that.
be fun.
Yeah, for sure. All right, one line open, 877-792-1090 open right now.
All right, how about next we talk to Matt. He's calling us from La Mesa this morning. Good morning, Matt. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, pretty much every topic has been covered so far as Collinette goes, so my only quick question would be jigs, as far as what would you take?
Good question.
As far as the selection with the current and the depth of fishing, and also congratulations to both you boys for getting your boots in the door there. And I know you got nothing but great things ahead of you. I fished with you, Paul, and look forward to fishing with you, Renee.
Right on, thank you.
Indeed.
Yeah. As far as jigs go, I like, depending on current and depth, there's a few different ones you can use. I'm a fan of the Salis. I would bring a 6X Junior, a full-size 6X, and even that 7X Heavy.
Yeah.
If there's heavy current, that 7X Heavy is a good jig. So
a little more effort on you to wind it up, but you get down to the bottom fast. You don't get scoped way out as bad. That'll pump your arm up a little bit, but it's a really good jig.
Nice to change with the conditions, right? You got to have the variety on that because.
Yeah, if you're gonna go on those trips, I mean, a few yo-yo jigs. It'd be nice to have a couple different ones of each, and obviously various colors. I don't think the colors matter too much, but standard blue and white scrambled egg. I do like that red crab color that they have too. I've noticed, especially at Collinette, for whatever reason, that one seems to work pretty well.
Flat Falls too.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that too. Like with overwhelming, success tuna fishing, what do you think about using that for yellowtail, or do you prefer traditional, or what do you think about Flat Falls?
In my honest opinion, I've seen some yellowtail caught on Flat Falls, but in good yellowtail bites or decent yellowtail bites, good yellowtail bites they bite anything, but in decent yellowtail bites, the yo-yo jig, in my opinion, gets better, bit better than the Flat Fall, at least 3 to 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Indeed.
And what about gear? What's the right, given all things considered, what's the right rod and reel style, size and thing to fish a yo-yo jig at Collinette?
I like a high retrieve single speed reel, but for some of the older anglers, I know that there's a lot of good 2-speed retrieve reels, like a Penn Fathom or something like that, like a Fathom 40 kind of size. I like that 40 size reel. Seems like as you have a lot of line out, there's still enough line on the spool to keep that gear ratio high. And I like 50-pound test for yo-yoing.
50, all right.
I think that's a really important thing that Paul said, because what happens to come in vogue a lot are smaller and smaller reels because they're comfortable, they're nice to fish with, and all those kinds of things. And you can get tripped up in gear ratio. I've got a 6 to 1 or a 7 to 1 gear ratio, but if your spool to start out with is only the size of a silver dollar, and then once you get all that line that it takes to get down to the bottom, and now it's only the size of a nickel, 7 to 1 doesn't do you any good, because you're still turning that spool 7 times, but because the diameter of your spool is so small, you're not packing the line on. When you do get a bite, it's tough to get the stretch out of the line to get the hooks into them. But a nice tall spool is a mega difference maker for that kind of fishing.
Yeah, no doubt. And what about fishing mono, fishing Power Pro Spectra? What do you?
I do like fishing Spectra, but I do like to use at least 50 feet or so of mono.
Okay.
for whatever reason. It's a nice shock absorber when you get bit on that fast retrieve. It's kind of a shock if you're using straight Spectra.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have the stretch, too, in case the fish shake their head and stuff. You have a little bit of give in the line. So I like to use not a short top shot, but maybe 40, 50 feet of mono.
All right. Good call.
yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning, Matt.
How about Don from Woodland Hills up next on Let's Talk Hookup? Hi, Don. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, congratulations, Paul, Renee, on taking over the Shogun. I think it's going to do great things. Was hoping you could share a little bit about the history of the boat and the construction of the boat.
Yeah, we've, in the last few years, we've done quite a bit of maintenance. Last year, we redid all the plumbing in the engine room for the bait tanks, the slammers, the wells, and all the plumbing in the heads. We revamped the heads. Every single head is basically brand new, and this year we're going to be doing the galley, which is going to be, a big deal for us. But the history of the boat, it came from San Pedro. Ted Dunn, Frank, and Norm owned it back then, and it's been coming down here. It came down here, I don't know what year it was, but
it was built in pool boat.
I was going to say it was one of the pool boats, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
but for years, Norm ran it up out of 22nd Street Landing, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, for years it was the ultimate Catalina boat, right?
Oh, yeah.
Packed on the people, yeah.
Yeah.
Shogun's got such that classic long-range sport fisher look. It's got like all the pool boats does. It's just got such really nice lines and again, we talked about at the beginning of the show, but I just can't get over how beamy that boat is. It's just when that thing comes backing in, like it takes up every inch of that slip that you guys keep it in. It's a beamy big boat, man. I really like it. Yeah, it's cool.
Nice. It's a big boat, but it's actually for a pool boat. It's one of the newer boats, isn't it? I mean, comparatively.
Yeah, I think it was in '89. I think
89, which a lot of those boats. Yeah, so
sweet ride.
It's a great ride. I love that fishing that boat. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning, Don.
How about next up we talk to Rick, and he's calling us from Lemon Grove this morning. Good morning, Rick. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Hi, Rick.
Since you're out in the middle of nowhere for so many days, are you required, or what kind of emergency equipment, and do you have to be medical certified, or does the Coast Guard have to inspect your boat to make sure you have certain safety features and stuff like that?
Great question.
Yeah, Coast Guard inspects the boat every year, and there's a big criteria of safety equipment that you need. Anything from life rafts to automatic deploying location finding equipment to life preservers, like anything and everything. There's so much life-saving equipment and emergency equipment on that boat. It's kind of almost too much. There's almost no room for all the stuff that's required to have on the boat.
And you have to also, you guys have to do a lot of safety at sea courses, right? In order to know how to handle
pretty much
emergencies.
the whole crew.
Yes, the entire crew
is certified.
Is certified in different medical fields. Aids. Yeah, medical aids. Everybody for sure is first aid. And then if you have a captain's license, there's higher criterias that you're required by Coast Guard to know.
I'm sure you keep a pretty extensive first aid style kit on the boat too. From minor stuff, little hooks and things like that, all the way up to the big stuff.
Yeah, indeed. Definitely. Defibrillators, the whole thing.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, everything. All right. Hey, thanks a lot. Good question, though. Thanks a lot for the call. This Coast Guard is getting stricter and stricter on their rules, too. So
they've definitely been up in their game in the last couple of years, requiring us to do a lot more courses and stuff. So,
which is all a good thing for the passenger. And then with that, too, the biggest thing is communication that the boats have now, too. It's not like the old days of a single sideband radio. I mean, with satellite communications, I mean, everybody is a couple of buttons away. So Coast Guard and things like that. I mean, you're right. I mean, these boats are capable of going forever away, but they're very well equipped to handle whatever pops up.
Yeah, indeed.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. Another full hour. Plus, we're going to check in with the catch report, find out what's biting up and down the beach. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
This is Captain Art Taylor of The Searcher. Celia and I and everyone at Team Searcher would like to thank all of our customers for a successful 2018 season. Are you searching for an affordable fishing adventure from 1.5 to 7 days in length? The Searcher has an outstanding crew, great food, air-conditioned cabins and galley, and an RSW system to preserve your catch. Our 2019 schedule is available now. Book your fishing adventure online at searchersportfishing.com or call our office at 619-226-2403. That's 619-226-2403.
It's long range time at the Ridge and Lower Banks. Time to get your gear. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Big fish need big tackle, and that's why we recommend the Shimano Talica for tuna, Trinidad for wahoo, matched with a Therese rod. Choosing the right size Talica, Trinidad, and Therese is the trick, and that's where we come in, with more experience and expertise on long-range fishing than anyone. Fisherman's Landing Tackle has the Shimano gear for your long-range trip. Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego, or on the web at saltwatertackle.com. Fisherman's Landing is the top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hard-working crew is always looking for ways to improve your fishing experience. We offer the finest open party trips, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet. Fisherman's Landing is now a full-service sport fishing operation, offering great half and full-day open party trips. Book online at fishermanslanding.com. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
A few years ago, Shimano introduced the Tranx 500 reel, and it changed the way we cast for big fish. Now, by popular demand, Shimano has created 2 new sizes, introducing the Tranx 300 and 400, available now at your local Shimano dealer. Tranx is the dream reel for throwing big baits and catching big fish. X-Ship and HEG technologies combine to provide massive cranking power with a smooth, effortless retrieve. Plus, Shimano's new Core Protect water-resistant technology provides long-lasting durability in the harshest environment. The new Tranx 300 and 400 are available in 2 gear ratios and 2 different handle designs to cover all fresh and saltwater applications. See the new Tranx 300 and 400 at your local Shimano dealer. Tranx, it's not just a new reel, it's a way to fish. Check Shimano.com for all the details.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego's sports leader. The home of ESPN Radio. The mighty 1090.
We all need to get around, but we all need something different from our vehicles. Your San Diego County Ford dealers have you covered if you're looking for a new truck this month. Plus, it's SUV season, so they have great deals for everyone. Whether it's a new EcoSport that is nimble and fun around town, or the Ford Explorer that is capable of putting a boat in the water and has seating for 7, Ford has you covered. Ford trucks and SUVs aren't just powerful and legendary. They have the latest technology that helps you seamlessly connect your smartphone and ensure you're safe on the road. Features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on trucks are truly a game changer at the ramp, helping you back up a trailer by simply turning a knob on the dash and doing the hard work for you. So check out all the great deals during SUV season and save some money on the right gear for you. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
When bad weather and rough seas send other boats back to the dock, Seakeeper allows you to fish longer and fish harder, even in the roughest conditions. Don't believe it? Just ask those that have put them on their boat, like Captain Pete Grosbeck and other professionals. Fishing in the trough with Seakeeper basically eliminates the trough. Seakeeper's newest offering, the Seakeeper 3, is optimized to eliminate up to 95% of boat roll on boats between 30 and 39 feet. Even better, this gyro is so small it can fit inside a customized leaning post and operate on your current battery system, making installation fast and easy. Watch for new product coming soon. The Seakeeper for boats. Think about it. Eliminate up to 95% of boat roll on your boat. That is amazing. To learn more about how Seakeeper can change your life on the water and to schedule your free demo, go to Seakeeper.com. Take a ride, be amazed. Seakeeper.
For local and long-range fishing, the Islander out of Fisherman's Landing is a favorite among seasoned or novice anglers. But Islander Charters is much more than great fishing. They also do incredible Guadalupe white shark diving trips as well as a schedule of kayak mothership trips. You need to check out the Islander on their website, islander-charters.com. The Islander is San Diego's leader when it comes to 2 to 5 day fishing. Watch the website for trips and adventures available. Experience the Islander difference. Visit islander-charters.com for all the details.